Well, hello there, Retro PC Durham. It's Chris here. We have another video this week, another Acer laptop. So this was part of a 2 Acer donation. So this is an Acer Aspire laptop as well. This is a 5742 series, I think is the correct numbering. So this is a kind of a 15-inch general purpose consumer laptop from Acer. You can see it's got like a little grid pattern on the top cover. It's got the, I don't know if this is a distinct Acer style, but there's kind of like lip area where they kind of have a little bit of a separation for the screen when it folds up, kind of a little bit stylized. We'll take a look at this side here. You can see our ports, I believe you can see our ports. Let me flip it over so the light's a little bit better on it. Yeah, so upside down here, but we've got power connector. We've got our ventilation for hot air coming out of the machine. We've got a VGA port and an HDMI port, so 2 outputs there for graphics. Gigabit Ethernet, a USB port on this side, and then we've got microphone and headset jacks. Front has no, it does have one port here. There is a, looks like an SD card, full-size SD card slot on the front, and we've still got the little cover for it. Just make sure the spring load is set on that. And then on this side, we've got 2 more USB ports here, our Kensington lock, and then an optical drive here, which has got a DVD multi-burner, and then nothing at the back. Taking a look at the bottom, it does have a removable battery. So you've got the little clip here that you can just flick. Oh, I gotta put the lock down here, unlock it, and then it can flick, and we can remove the battery from the system. Battery does still hold a decent charge, which is good. And then you've got this display, this piece here, this plastic cover here. If you take these screws off, it'll remove and you have access to the memory and the drive bay area. You'd have to do further disassembly to get access to the cooling system. So the fan is right here, and then the CPU's like somewhere like in this space right here underneath. Opening up the laptop, we'll take a look and see what we've got for keyboard. So standard keyboard layout. Got a couple little specs hidden away here. On this sticker, Intel Pentium 6200 processor, 15.6-inch flat panel screen. It says it's an LED screen as well. Intel HD graphics, 4 gig of memory, 500 gig hard drive, although I think this is the one that's got the 1 terabyte hard drive installed in it to replace it. The multi-drive, BGN, Wi-Fi networking as well, and then the battery. And originally came with Windows 7. We of course have installed Windows 10 on this machine instead. Relatively small touchpad, and the single, drop back and forth separate buttons from the touchpad, and then we've got our screen there, which is not, nothing fancy, but it works, and then it does have a camera as well. So I'm going to get this plugged in and booted up, and we'll take a further look at our specifications on the system in a second. According to Hardware Info, we have confirmation of the Intel Pentium P6200 Arendelle processor. This is a dual-core non-hyper-threaded processor, and we're running at 2.1 gigahertz with a, I guess, a base clock here of 933. So it can run pretty low, relatively low power when it needs to, and then can boost up to 2.1 or even a 2.4 here, I think it says, is a possible, short turbo boost. Hard drive we do have, as I mentioned. This is a 1 terabyte Western Digital drive that I put in here to replace the 500 gig. This is the one that didn't have a drive in it at all. And then the DVD RAM drive. From a model, this is an Acer Aspire 5742Z is the model. So I'm assuming that the Z is probably because this maybe was at the tail end of or this was like a second generation or multiples into the generations of this 5742 series, thus adding the letter onto it. So it's a 5742Z-4474 is the actual model number if you are looking for a comparison. 4 gig of memory, so there's a pair of DDR3 SODIMMs in there running in dual channel. And then for graphics, we've just got shared graphics on board. So there's the Intel HG graphics that are running on the system. We'll take a quick look at our YouTube performance and get wrapped up. Okay, I've got a video demo queued up here from YouTube. So the screen here is 1376 by 768, so it's just standard HD at the 15.3 inch screen. But we're going to see a 1080p video and see how it runs on here in terms of performance. A couple of frame drops here and there, so we're stressing a little bit of the video performance here by doing this, but I don't see any frame skips visually going on. Everything still remains to be pretty crisp and clear, so you're getting good quality. And obviously, if we drop down to 720p, which is the native resolution of this, I would have to think that we're going to be basically dropping 0 frames. So it's just getting prepped up here as it swaps. We'll of course usually drop a couple of frames as it buffers, but once we get everything rolling, it will be much clearer. Yeah, so we got up to 49 drop frames as it was buffering, and now it seems to be running just fine. Yeah, very nice indeed. All right, that will complete my look at this Acer Aspire 5742Z-4474. I hope you enjoyed checking out this video. If you have or had this laptop, please comment below what you used it for, any upgrades you might have done to it, any other questions you may have about the system at all. I'd be happy to share with you what I do know about it. As always, I hope you are staying safe and healthy, and we will catch you in the next one.